Hey, and welcome to the Passive Pathway podcast. This is Nelson, aka Nelly, your host. And as always, we're here to explore smarter ways to build income streams online, create financial freedom, and tap into opportunities that actually make sense in today's digital world. Now, whether you're brand new to passive income or already deep in the game, you're in the right place. Today's episode is a special one. We're diving into the world of crypto, fintech, and innovative earning models. And more importantly, understanding what's behind the hype and what actually is sustainable. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of noise out there. And today, we're cutting straight through it. Joining us today is someone who's right at the center of it all. We have Vineet Kumar Nigam, Global Marketing Distributor for the UXT project and token. Now, Vineet brings deep experience in fintech, strategy, and building scalable systems. And today we're going to unpack UXT from the ground up. Not just what it is, but how it works, how people earn, and where this is all heading. Vineet, welcome to the Passive Pathway. Great to have you with us.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, let's get straight into it. I've got some important questions lined up, and I know our listeners are going to want clarity on quite a few things here. Vineet, let's start at the beginning. What was the core idea behind UXT?
Well, the core idea behind UXT to put significance in the people's life, because, there are a lot of Ponzi schemes which are going into the market. And every good leader is really looking for a sustainable platform. So the idea was to give a real, legitimate, sustainable platform to everyone else. That was the core idea, and to transform everyone's life in a more systematic manner, in a more legit manner. That was the core idea.
Okay, now, what gap in the market did you see that made you say, well, UXT needs to exist?
Yeah, that's because there are a lot of gaps in the market now. We are oftenly coming across with so many Ponzi schemes and with so many illegitimate opportunities, and people are losing their images, people are losing their, financials, and there are so many things, People see network marketing as one of the biggest platforms to attain a financial freedom and a time freedom. But unfortunately, because of this huge gap, because in the fintech domain especially, there are so many, Ponzi schemes going on. So that is why we thought that UXT is the only thing that we need to, put it across the whole world so that people will really get a good platform to perform.
Now, what exactly is UXT? For someone completely new, how would you explain UXT in simple terms? Is it a token, an ecosystem, or something bigger?
It's basically the whole ecosystem. It's not only a single token. It's basically a whole ecosystem. And if I have to describe UXT, then I can describe only in just next 1 minute. It's a very simple thing. UXT is a token which has come with a very limited, short, exclusive supply of only 21 million tokens. And apart from that, it has come with the utility and the usability from the day one, since the UXT has already introduced a UXT debit Visa card, which is KYC approved, Visa approved card. So it is, you having UXT token in your pocket is like having a cash in your pocket. Even if you want to withdraw the cash from the ATMs, you can go to the ATM and you can put the card and you can withdraw the cash. You can go to the gas filling station, you can get the gas filled in your car. You can go to any grocery shop, anywhere else, wherever you want to go, and you can use that UXT token as a live cash lying in your pocket. The second thing, yes, it's a very exclusive quantity. That's only 21 million. But out of that 21 million, the developer has put a smart contract of 19 million token on a decentralized platform almost. And they are having a very good burning mechanism. As in, when you purchase a token, you stake a token, you get 15 to 18% staking rewards according to their packet size. But there and then, those particular tokens which you staked, those are going to be burned from the supply. That means the demand is getting increased and the supply is getting decreased day by day basis. So it is putting a very high pressure to have a very massive growth on the token price. So these are some very important factors. And apart from that, yes, this particular token is going to be introduced on the world's one of the biggest exchanges like XT exchange, BingX, and Week also. And by the grace of Almighty God, we got a very good news only in just 1.5 months of launching of this token in the market that XT exchange is going to enlist our token on their exchange in the near future. That means within a span of a week or 10 days from now. So they already got their press release and the Telegram and the Twitter release also for the same thing. So this is in a nutshell about the UXT coin.
Wonderful. That sounds fabulous. So already the listing is in queue. So we are looking forward to XT at least listing it. Now, how do users actually earn from this, Vineet? Walk us through the earning model. How does a typical user generate income within the UXT ecosystem?
As I told you that the token has got 21 million supply. Out of that, 19 million has been put on a decentralized platform. So it is all calculative. Tokens are always, it's all about the algorithm. It's all about the calculation. Now, as in when the person invests into the company, that means take the token, that particular person is entitled to get 15 to 18% as in staking rewards. Now, apart from that, if you are as simple as a passive investor, if you are investing into the company, you are entitled to get 3x. And if you are a network builder, you are entitled to get 5x. Now, if you do the calculation like this, out of 19 million tokens, the moment 4.5 million tokens will be staked, the networking will stop because you are bound to get 3x and 5x against those particular investment of yours. That means from 4.5 million multiply by 5, which is a 5x, it comes down to 19 million. So out of those 19 million tokens, when you have already staked for 4.5 million token, the remaining will be coming to you as a calculation, as a mathematics. It will be coming back to you as an incentive on a daily basis.
So when you are talking about these tokens, and I recall you talked about the scarcity issue, which is the burning mechanism that you have in the system. Now, this scarcity question, the big one, if tokens are continuously being burned, what happens when supply becomes extremely limited or even exhausted? How do users continue to earn on profit at that stage?
Well, as I just told last time also that the networking will definitely stop once 4.5 million tokens have been staked. Remaining, all the people are going to be getting the 3x and 5x accordingly. If they're passive investors, 3x. If they're network builders, 5x. But yes, the token is getting launched on the big exchanges as well. So the scarcity will always put a pressure on the coin or a token for a massive growth. So look at the mechanism for Bitcoin or Ethereum or some other big coins. They've got the utility from the day one. So the scarcity is always good, but it is not that the tokens are getting exhausted or getting out from the market. It is already getting launched on the big exchanges of the world. So it is like this. So yes, this token has got the potential to touch even $200 within a span of a year because it has got the potential. So yeah.
Okay. Now, when we talk about utility and real use case, like you mentioned, beyond earning, what real world utility does UXT offer other than just earning from the 3x and 5x? And of course, I know you've talked about the card. Is there any other utility or any other place or ecosystem where it's being used in everyday scenarios?
Yeah, it is going to be done very soon. Right now, yes, you can use the card through UXT through the card anywhere, wherever you feel like, because the Visa is getting accepted across the whole world. But yes, when I started as a 001, the global master distributor, I was all alone. But now, by the grace of Almighty God, I got a team of 4,200 people only in just 1.5 months. So as in when we have a team of 50,000 people, we as a company, I'm going to be launching the prediction market as well, where there will be more than 2,000 integrated games, and which can again be played by using these tokens. If you lose the battle, if you lose the game, you burn the coin, you burn the token, and if you win the game, you multiply your tokens. It is like doing a networking and taking the commission. So it is a similarly, you're playing the game and you're winning the game. That is why you're multiply your tokens also. So So that is also one of the utility which is going to be there in the very near future. I believe in the next 4 to 6 months only.
Interesting. Now, one thing I want to look at before I ask you the next question, you mentioned that you've built a team, a very big team of 4,000 in a couple of months. That's fantastic. That's absolutely amazing. Now, this was on a one-on-one communication through Zooms, or was it just online, or was it visiting those countries, or particularly this was a method that you used? Was there any specific method that you used that people could, generally listeners could also follow, something that they could use as good tips that they can use for networking or marketing the UXT?
Basically, with my experience of almost 27 plus years in network marketing, I have used overall all the things which you were talking about. Be it is Zoom, be it is visiting the countries, be it is visiting the top leadership, be it is inviting them to our places also, or but nowadays Zooms are very, very, very successful, because in a one go you can cater thousands of people in a Zoom, right? But when we talk about the one-to-one meeting, yes, of course, when we are trying to have a good leadership in the company, the top leadership, so they always want to meet one-to-one. So yes, I have done all the hard work, all the smart work. I've met with all the top leadership one-to-one also, and apart from that, we are conducting Zooms on a daily basis. And now the community is growing leaps and bounds.
Wonderful. Why I say that is because I know many of my listeners have asked me these questions, and they know exactly where I'm coming from. And when we talk about it in many of our podcasts, is nowadays the psychology and the thought process of many people in the online world, it wasn't so difficult as of now. Now that time, when meeting people, and of course the social network was not so expanded at that point of time, but it has become more difficult to network with people at this point of time, because it's not so easy reaching out to people, quote unquote, not necessarily just about online equipment or social media or the softwares available, but the resources. Many people are struggling with resources to be able to so it's not, you cannot pack your bag and just travel to another country to meet another group. Some people have the resources, some don't. Another thing is, some people have the opportunity for systems and some people don't. Some people just deal on phones, and some people have both the notebook as well as phones, etc. So there are a lot of factors, Vineet, that that cater to bringing or pulling in a big amount of people in the network. But yes, there are no excuses. There are, if you want to be a leader, if you want to push the limits and you want to reach at some goal, you definitely have to find a way. Where there's a will, there's always a way. Now, profit potential from listings. When UXT gets listed on exchanges, how should users realistically think about profit? Is it short-term speculation, long-term holding, or a mix of both?
Well, that will be the mix of both. I would not like to exaggerate on so many other things, but yes, it's always a long-term and short-term. That is why it is called as a long and a short, right? So obviously, because UXT has got a very huge potential, so it is a long-term thing. But yes, in a short term also, the people can gain so many good profits, because this particular token has got a huge potential. And coming back to your the last question which you were saying, first of all, only one thing to grow there is, you need to be having a burning desire and a zeal within inside you that yes, you want to do something. The second thing, you need to follow the fundamentals and the dynamics of that particular domain also. Sometimes what I've seen, people have got a burning desire and a zeal, but they don't follow the dynamics and the fundamentals of that particular domain, and that is why they fail, right? And if you are following the fundamentals and dynamics, but you don't have the burning desire and a zeal, again, you're going to fail. So both the things will go simultaneously, and this is how we can grow in any field. Where there's a will, there's a way. There's a very simple thing. So there has got to be will first of all, and the way will always follow you. So you need to clear your why first, why you need to do this. How will automatically get answered. So that's not an issue at all.
Interesting. But I like the word you said, dynamics. When you talk about UXT, are there specific dynamics that we need to follow in UXT? I just want to pull that so that the listeners can understand what you meant by dynamics.
Dynamics are very simple. Every domain has got their own dynamics, right? So when we talk about this, tokens and coins, first of all, we are into the fintech domain, financial plus technology.
Okay.
This domain is a pretty aggressive domain, right? So you have to play aggressive, right? That's the first and the foremost thing. Anyone that who's listening to me, and if they are really willing to get succeed in this domain, especially right, or the fintech domain, I would suggest one thing, that play absolutely aggressively the first 3 months of any concept that decides your fate according to your hard work and a smart work together.
Mm-hmm. That's a very good to know knowledge. That's a good tip there. So people, it's not about just, understanding the concept or the project itself, but actually being able to put it into practice and aggressively in the first few months, so that specifically any dynamics of any particular project that you pick up, and that's how you will succeed. And there's a very good example in front of us, which is here, Vineet. Now, Vineet, the crypto debit card, Visa integration, the UXT crypto debit card is a big highlight that you've talked about. How does it work and what benefits does it bring to users? Well, we know that, but how does one get it, first of all?
We'll be back after a quick break.
Ready to spend your crypto so fast? No conversions needed, your crypto is cash. Shop anywhere, online or in store. Withdraw from ATMs and so much more. Instant top-ups, fees stay low. Total control where you go. Read and pay makes it smooth and bright. Your crypto, your card shines so bright. Get 20% off today. Tap the link, don't delay. Global access without the stress. Read and pay clears the mess. Virtual or physical way. Sign up now, don't wait to pay. Instant top-ups, fees stay low. Total control where you go. Read and pay makes it smooth and bright. Your crypto, your card shines so bright. Get 20% off today. Tap the link, don't delay.
Okay, the company got launched 1.5 months back, right? And that time we were having some few Visa cards with us only, which we disbursed to our top leadership. But now, since we are having our launching event on in Thailand, which is going to be starting from 3rd of July to 6th of July. So on 5th of July, we have our launching gala event in Thailand in Pattaya. They will be launching all the crypto wallet cards, right? The Visa cards. And these are the real KYC approved Visa cards. Okay, so the adoption of those cards are in more than 200 million merchants across the world, across the globe. So the acceptability and accessibility of this particular card is way higher than any other existing card into the market. So yes, this is the answer to a question.
Okay. Now, KYC availability and global access, will users need to go through the proper KYC to access features like the card, and the card will be available globally, especially in regions with financial restrictions or sanctions?
There are some certain prohibited countries where those cards cannot be issued because those are prohibited by the Visa, right? Yeah. So obviously in those particular countries we cannot, and we got a list of those particular countries. But yes, in other countries, wherever the Visa is working, wherever the crypto wallet card can work, it is working seamlessly right now. So there would be no any problem at all.
And this is only physical? There's no virtual cards? Or there would be possibility?
No, we do have the virtual card. We do have the physical card. Both the cards are available. And both the pricings have also been disclosed also to the network prior to the launch. Now we're going to, just the launching is only required right now. Everything is ready with us. We got more than 10,000 physical cards with us. Now, obviously, that we're going to be having the virtual cards as well.
Okay, sweet. That sounds good. Now, let's talk about the community and trust of UXT. Now, transparency and trust building in a space where trust is often an issue. How is UXT building transparency and confidence among its users?
Okay, for that, I need to differentiate the Ponzi's and legitimate concepts. Oftenly people say the same thing, oh, brother, we have seen so many tokens and coins coming and going. And yes, we are all pissed off seeing the tokens and coins coming and just simple terminology, pumping and dumping show, nothing more than that. But if you do the deep analysis of this, and if you really want to explore that why it has been happening, then you will come across with some certain important points. The very first, when we talk about the Ponzi schemes, what they do? They just launch any token and just give the roadmap. Okay, after 1 year or 2 years down the line, this fine token is going to be having a utility and this and that, so many things. But actually, within a span of just a year, they wrap up everything. And secondly, you need to understand one thing: when there is no any actual user case, there is no usability, no utility of that particular token or coin. That means there is always been an artificial pump. There's always been extra effort you need to put to create a hype. So if you're creating a hype, that means you are doing an artificial pumping. This is called basically pumping, right? And what is the methodology they have got out of first of all, they launch tokens and coins in an almost unlimited quantity, like billions and trillions. The third thing, they have bigger packages of tokens, like 5,000 tokens or 10,000 tokens or 50,000 tokens or 100,000 tokens package, a single package I'm talking about. Why? Because they want to accumulate as much as money as soon as possible. So that is why they have the bigger packages. So they make the concepts investor friendly, not the community friendly. And it is always seen that investor friendly systems don't sustain much, but community friendly systems will always sustain for a longer time. So this is the methodology how those Ponzi schemes operate. They have the bigger supply of the tokens. They have got the bigger packages also. They got the no utility of this particular, their tokens and coins. Here in this UXT, how we can differentiate now the legitimate one. Now people would be able to understand that what I'm talking about. First of all, the UXT has got launched with the utility, usability, and the user case from the day one, since we have a debit card or crypto wallet card. Sorry. Second thing is this: we have got a very short and limited supply. Why dumping happens? Because the biggest packages are there with the investors. Once they see, okay, the coin is at $1 right now. Now the coin has reached up to $100. Oh, let's just sell all the coins and tokens and just dump the market. The panic starts, right? And this is called the crash. But why it happens? Because the people are having in a bulk. They have a bulk quantity. That is why they can dump into the market and they can crash the market. But in UXT, everything is so synchronized, so systematic, and so well thought of also, because we got a very limited supply. And secondly, there's a burning mechanism. And third, we have a very small packages. Anybody can start the system with only one token also, and maximum they can have 500 tokens in a single package. So by this way, not even a single person can have a bulk, a quantity of UXT token in their hands. So they cannot dump it into the market. They cannot create a panic into the market in the future. So that's a very well thought of process, which the UXT guys have done. And I really appreciate their thought process also.
Interesting. Now, since you brought up one thing, very important question you brought up from your answer right now. The maximum is 500 per account of UXT. So if someone wanted more UXT, can they create or open or register a new account? And can it be under their same account, or is that stacking? Is that allowed? Is that okay? How does that work?
Okay, this is a smart contract we are talking about. So anybody can have as many as smart contracts as possible, right? But again, the company has applied a trick just to discourage the investors, to be very frank and precise. What they need to do, they need to open the application on a daily basis, and they just need to click on the button, start mining. Now let us assume that you are the person and you are the investors. You're an investor basically, and you really like the whole concept of the UXT, and you know that this particular token, if it is standing at 2.30 cents right now, that has got the potential to touch even $200 within a span of a year. So what you can do is that, yes, you have created multiple accounts and you have done everything, but nobody can stop you for this, right? First of all, you need to understand that only 4.5 million tokens can only be staked. The second thing, nobody can stop you, nobody is stopping you even also. But yes, then again you have to open all your accounts on a daily basis and you have to click on start mining. So that is also a trick, right? We are not discouraging the investors, but yes, we are making their life a bit more difficult because, we want the real community. Because when you go to the international exchanges, they require two things from your side. One is how much is your community, and second, what is the liquidity. So these two things are very essential part of to get the token or the coin listed in the big exchanges.
Wonderful. And then it's very true. I mean, if I have 200 accounts, I have to log into all 200 accounts to click start mining every day. That would be going crazy every day. 200 that's absolutely true.
The point is not to accumulate. The point is not to have big investors. Although in all the Ponzi schemes, they are always looking for the investors. But that is how we define a Ponzi and a legitimate. The company has got no willingness or no charm to invest, to have more investors into the company. They want the community. Anything, the whole history you can just see, anything which is related to the community is always a long-lasting one.
True.
That's the whole idea.
Yes. And I like the concept of start mining on the overview page that you log in, because you're every day engaging with the community, you're engaging with the site, you're engaging with the business, you're engaging with your business. So it actually shows how serious you are, and you will take something that you have invested in seriously, because when you're engaging with the community and you're actually putting your word ahead, so you know what's happening and you will keep in touch with the business. You'll be very close connected. And that's how other people will also know you and how serious you are with your business, because that just shows your seriousness with the business itself. So that's really nice. Now, Vineet, here are some bonus curveball questions. They're not the normal ones, so I thought of putting them forward to you. Now, what if you're wrong? Questions. If one core assumption behind UXT turns out to be wrong in the future, what do you think it would be, and how would you adapt?
It's a very tricky question, I guess. Wrong assumption, I could say that since the token has got the utility, the token has got the huge potential, we are coming up with the prediction market also, and we are creating the whole ecosystem, and the token can only be staked, only 4.5 million tokens can only be staked. So the wrong assumption could be like this, that okay, we are thinking that the coin can go up to $200 each. It could go up to $2,000 each also. So that could be the wrong adoption. That could be wrong, thinking. Because it's a community based, right? It's a community based. It's a community based one. That's why.
I mean, you could have said it's just 200, but it could be 2,000.
So, absolutely. Now you can see, the assumption is there. But yes, you could see the Bitcoin. You could see other big coins, because all those coins have got some certain utility. That is why they are up to that particular scale. Look at Ethereum. Look at Solana. So these all coins have got some certain utility. That is why they're growing leaps and bounds.
True. Now let's talk about some regulation. If tomorrow strict global regulations hit crypto ecosystems like UXT, how prepared is your model to survive and adapt to those regulations?
Regulations are always a regulation. If something all of a sudden pops up into the world that you cannot operate a single token, you cannot have a single coin into the market, you cannot launch it, then nobody can do it. We cannot go against any governments. We cannot go against any regulations or authorities also. So one has to abide by all the terms and conditions, all the things, legalities also. But yes, we have made sure that everything is in place, everything is systematic, and everything is really fine. So I don't think that any problem is going to be having. But once some regulations comes, so we have to abide by that.
Okay. And just coming back on that, touching on that note, when we talk about regulations, where is UXT actually based? Where is the birth of UXT? Who is behind it?
Yeah, the UXT was born in Hong Kong, right? So UXT is registered in Hong Kong, and the main people behind is Mr. Dan Schwartz, who happens to be the CEO of the company. And Dan has got an experience of because he started working in networking since 1983, and he happens to be the chief executive officer of the company. The second is the CMO, is Dr. Solomon, and he's a Native American, and he is in New York, and he is the chief marketing officer of the company. So I got this particular concept through Dan Schwartz, who is the CEO of the company, and we had a detailed discussions together, round discussions basically before having this thing on the ground zero. So that's why we had so many discussions, and now everything is by the grace of Almighty God is good, and the system is very robust.
Perfect. One interesting question. Fast forward 5 to 10 years from now. Well, hopefully we're looking at UXT to be here for quite some time. What do you want UXT to be remembered for? A token, a system, or something that changed how people think about earning online?
First of all, it should be remembered as a whole ecosystem. Secondly, this is the token which is going to put a huge significance in the people's lives, and it will really transform their whole lives in a most legitimate manner, right? There's so many people in the world who have really transformed their life well, but not through a real legitimate manner. So hence, I always believe in one thing: always earn blessings and wishes, not the curses. The money which is coming to you with the curses is not a money that we are looking for. So yes, UXT token will be remembered always as a huge, whole ecosystem, and it will really transform the life of many of the people, millions of people, in fact.
Wow, wonderful. And I really like the way you put it, because negativity just only brings about negativity. If you're looking at positivity along with things that are done in an honest way, then definitely it goes a long way, and you will actually see the fruits of it within the community itself, and the business will flourish. And definitely UXT looks beautiful. The platform is fabulous. It's very user-friendly. It's easy to navigate. There's so many things that I've really enjoyed just logging in and seeing things there. And I have real high respects and future goals with it. So definitely looking forward to spreading it to the whole podcast community and the listeners here who would be listening to this podcast and getting to know more about this token. Vineet, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. This has been a fabulous 37-40 minutes. But before we cut short or rather close on the podcast, I want to go ahead and give the floor to you. And if you have anything that you would like to say, anything that you want to say or you want to put forward to the listeners, or if you have, maybe you want to go ahead and share the site, or you want to share anything about UXT from your end, the floor is yours.
Okay, I'll just say only one thing, guys. First of all, bring a burning desire and deal with it inside you. That is the first and the foremost thing. Then after, look for a great platform, a genuine platform, because as I just told, that everybody should be looking for the clean money, right? If the money is coming from a clean sources, that is your life is gonna flourish like anything. And this particular concept, when I talk about it, has got all the potential to rise up to you can touch the pinnacle of success within a very short span of a time also. And yes, once you start earning good, we launched this token at $2, right? One token price. Now since the XT exchange also has done the press release, and now within a span of just 3 days, the token has now 2.30 cents, okay, $2.30. So that means it is getting a very organic growth. So first of all, yes, if you are on the UXT platform, play very aggressive, because other people are also waiting to earn the commissions, right? And only 4.5 million tokens can only be staked. And people, when I talk about 4.5 million tokens can be staked, people straight away multiply that with $2 or 2.30, but they don't understand that, right now it is at 2.30. What if after just 1 million token, staked, and the price is $30? So they need to multiply those 500 tokens with $30, right? Not with only $2, right? So this is the thing. So you can earn huge income in the most legitimate manner. And I would request all the good, human being, all the good networkers who are always looking for a sustainable and a potential platform. UXT is the final home for you guys.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Vineet. Thank you so much once again for your time, and much appreciated. And thank you once again, everyone, and thank you for listening. See you in the next podcast. Vineet, I've got to say, really appreciate you taking the time to break all of this down. There's a lot of depth to what you're building with UXT, and I think this conversation has given people a much clearer picture of both the opportunity and the mechanics behind it. So thank you once again for being here with us today. All right, everyone, let's quickly wrap this up. Today we covered the foundation of UXT, from the vision behind it to how the earning model works, the staking and burn mechanisms, and what the future could look like as the ecosystem evolves. We also touched on real-world utility, exchange listings, and what users can realistically expect when stepping into a project like this. And if there's one thing to take away from today, it's this. Always understand what you're getting into. Not just the upside, but the structure behind it. And on that note, this is Nelson, aka Nelly, signing off from the Passive Pathway podcast. Stay smart, stay consistent, and keep building your pathway to passive income. I'll see you in the next episode.
Wake up slow, the coffee hot. Money moves while you are not. No more hustle, no more grind. Earn it smart and save some time. Plug it and drool out the noise. Watch your crypto make some noise. Click some streams and big dreams. Living light with passive themes. This the passive pathway. Freedom meets your payday. No boss, no clock, just Wi-Fi latte. We be chillin', we be billin', no limits, just willin'. Earn smart each day. On the passive pathway. Sunrise high, the world below. Cash still flows while you let go. No more stress, no more chase. Money works at its own pace. Set it up, then walk away. Watch the numbers grow each day. Hands are free, but pockets full. Passive life so beautiful. This for passive pathway. Freedom meets your payday. No boss, no clock, just Wi-Fi latte. We be chillin', we be billin', no limits, just willin'. Earn it smart each day. On the passive pathway. This the passive pathway. Freedom meets your payday. No boss, no clock, just Wi-Fi latte. We be chillin', we be billin', no limits, just win. Earn it smart each day.